Watch your words. You have to watch your words. If you don't know what affirmations are basically, of course, something you affirm. It's something you say and you take it as a belief, sort of. So you have to watch your affirmations. So many people, they say things, for one, affirmations, the best are in I am, because that's, you start to believe that. If you say I will, you're always going to be acting in the future. So I am means you're presently now. So if you don't know, the subconscious runs like 95% of your life. So when you're affirming things, your subconscious, whether you know it or not, is picking that up and it turns it into a belief. So that every little thing you say, if you say I am, so let's take, for example, one day you are late for work. You're not affirming it, but you're just late for work. It happens. You wake up a little late and it takes time to get ready, to get dressed, to get your coffee and breakfast and leave. And it's a little bit of a drive, so you're late. But then the next day, your brain says, oh, you were late yesterday. And you just start thinking, I'm going to be late. I am going to be late. I am always late. Or I was late that once. And then guess what happens? You're late. And then you come home and you're like, why am I'm always late? And then next day, you keep saying you're late. Whether it's probably in your head. You keep saying I'm late. And you wonder why you're late. Do you think that's helping you? You're affirming it. And now your brain, your subconscious mind is picking that up and it's believing that you're always late. It's listening. So you have to really be conscious of what you're saying. Because it happens in our everyday lives. We are creating our reality right now. And these affirmations, we really do have to watch what we say. I think that's such a good example because, of course, you weren't affirming that you were late, but we judge from past experiences. And now this is also a bad thing because if we are depressed, for one thing, and we keep affirming that we are because we kind of forget what it's like to be happy and all that, we're just going to make it even worse. But back to the thing about past experiences, what I was trying to say is we judge it off past experiences, and that is so stupid. Because if you want to stop these affirmations, if you got a bad grade on a test once, but you're excelling in everything else, and then you say to yourself, I'm stupid, and one day you're like, you know what? I don't give myself enough credit. I actually am really smart. But then your brain will go, what about that one time you failed? And you're like, oh yeah, I am pretty stupid. I do fail all my tests. Why are you judging off a past experience? We should only be going from where we are now and who we want to become. Do not take a past experience. It's the past. It's in the past. Why are you judging from a past experience? We should not be determined by our past. We should be determined by who we are now and who we want to become. So if you failed once, don't even let your brain tell you that excuse and then be like, oh yeah, I do fail all my tests, or I do not do good in that particular subject. Because then if you don't do good in that subject, it's probably because you're affirming it all the time. So watch your I ams. Even if you're not, of course, if you say it to people, it's making it even worse. If you think about it all the time and then you're just like, I'm always late or whatever, you're literally affirming that out loud. And it's making it even worse. And you wonder why you're always late. You wonder why you're not financially free, why you're not happy. So, but your mind, if you think it still has power. If you say it has more power. And I read something recently that said things like, I think it said how, be careful of your thoughts because thoughts manifest into words and words into actions, something like that. And it's true that one tiny thought of, I am always late, you can start saying to your friends, I am always late. And then you're affirming that in your head out loud, and it leads to you being late all the time. So for starters, get rid of those bad habits, especially 2019 is coming up. So get rid of those. Just notice when you're saying I am. Because it's really a stupid habit that we have of one time where you do something wrong and you're like, I always do everything wrong. I am such a bad person or whatever it is. Don't judge from past experiences. Judge from who you are now, who you're trying to become in the future. And don't let those thoughts have power over you. And here's the thing. There's a quote or something similar to this, at least, that says, you are not your thoughts. And of course, when I read this, I'm like, of course you're not your thoughts, but I never actually thought about it. And I'm going to make a whole video on this topic, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. But basically, your thoughts are not actually you. It's just a thought. You have thousands upon thousands upon thousands a day. It's just a thought. So you don't have to agree with it. Who in the world said you had to agree? You're in control. So then don't agree. So again, I'm going to make a whole video, so I don't want to go too deep into that. It's a pretty interesting topic I want to talk to you about.